Don't see llouci online. PKR supposedly playing again. Let's watch PKR's game while we wait. Oh no, llouci is online. So PKR and llouci are partnered to each other. I'm gonna unfollow AnthonyChessBahrain. I'll follow PKR. So PKR and llouci are warming up. After this game, assuming AnthonyChessBahrain's partners online, we should see the BWC. King seems safe enough. Putting in pawn in, even if the queen moves away. Llouci on the attack as well. So maybe knight check. Okay, he's going to try to pick up the queen, it looks like. The queen can be picked up here as well. I still like this bishop move. More pawn in here is good. More pawn here. A lot of great moves for PKR. Llouci is trading. We could have just taken the queen there. So PKR missed a whole bunch of mates there, but still continued the attack, had a safe king. Llouci had a safe king, so it all worked out. We are at the time when their match is supposed to start. Oh, also I've updated the calendar. I see Midnight Fox PKNM versus Yamat Ecarf has now made the calendar. That's good to see. So we can definitely follow that one in 30 minutes. I'm gonna poke in the Mikey Sand stream. Yeah, he's just still playing in the pool. Papa Pizza is streaming. So I guess I could check the chat. Maybe that's the move. Let's see what's going on in this game chat. Llouci says ready. AnthonyChessBahrain says wait 1 minute. Llouci says okay. PKR says sure thing. I've leaked some DMs there. Hey Wyatt. Thanks for watching. Hello to you as well. We're waiting for Bughouse World Championship match to start, which should start any minute now. At least 3 of the 4 players are online and have warmed up. I suppose I should jump in the House Party channel again. Wait for co-commentator. And we'll read the Discord while we wait for this match to start. I would pull up a Bughouse game, but we are literally 1 minute or two away from this match. I guess we could go back over this game and look for some better moves for PKR. Oh, here we go. So this is Bughouse World Championship in the Challenger section. We have pkr and llouci versus AnthonyChessBahrain and Vincent2016. It is first to 8 with a win by 2 condition. AnthonyChessBahrain already picked up an extra piece, but llouci is on the attack. Llouci wants a knight for g2. Maybe just push h3 or put a new pawn at h3. pkr is getting some development. Llouci chooses just to bring his queen back. The knight is no longer so good. Queen trade on offer. That could be interesting. Do we slide our queen over? Okay. He's trying to undermine g7. So if takes can take back. I think here if you get a bishop, it is very strong. A new bishop in. Knight there also great. Defends f2. Defends the pawn. Attacks the queen. That's a fantastic square for the knight. So here we could trade the queens and take the pawn. Or just take the pawn first. Problem is this knight is now hanging. Okay, well though now we do have a knight check, so not completely hanging. Oh, who do we have here? Someone with a lot of background noise. Lazy, you have a lot of background noise. Can you... yeah, okay. So it would be great to have co-commentary from Lazy, but I think he needs to fix his background noise first. That's a free bishop. This is the pin. llouci might end up losing his queen, but PKR seems perfectly safe. So here if knight takes, there's queen takes. And if we take the queen, queen takes here. I like this for llouci. You have just bishop takes bishop. And let go of the queen, no big deal. Maybe queen g5. Oh, he's going for this rook. Great move by llouci. Sacks the knight to get initiative. Those crazy house instincts at play. Rook in is going to lead to mate. I'm going to cut off the king first. Rook in is mate. So, great mate by PKR. Our score is now 1-0, favoring PKR and llouci. PKR and llouci, one of the higher seeds in this this bracket. They outrate Vincent2016 and AnthonyChessBahrain by a pretty significant amount, by 300 points on both boards. llouci is probably a bit underrated. He doesn't play that much Bughouse, but is extremely good at Crazy House and chess. So maybe a little bit out of practice at Bughouse, but when llouci is on his game, he's for sure 1900, even 2000 strength. llouci add in some defenders, pressuring this knight. And llouci just trying to get more pieces on the board. In the meantime, pkr needs to maybe try to defend this pawn, or you might ignore that and castle in either direction. Maybe knight at e5 could be a possibility. Okay, this probably trades to pick up a queen for llouci's team, which is helpful since his partner is attacking. Queen in the corner, since there's no rook to put in there, seems like a good idea. He's done it. So this defends the weak e7 square, also attacks. I like this move, pawn takes. This queen is looking sad for now, but if the king ever goes to the back rank, then it will be significantly better. Maybe just knight at c6 to defend, or knight at g6. And that not only defends, but also attacks the weak square. Oh, he sacked his queen. That's a little surprising. I guess he's figuring llouci has a good attack as well here. Can the king hide on... Can the king hide on h6 is the question. Not with two queens it can't. That's another win for the pkr llouci team. Our score is 2-0, favoring pkr and llouci. And we have about 20 minutes until the PKNM Midnight Fox versus eCarf and Karen match. PKR exploiting this pin, trying to put some pressure on. Now he's tempoed this bishop, so probably going to win a piece. With knight takes, for example. Okay, instead he wants to... not sure I like that, but PKR is sacking. Now another knight would be fantastic for... Oh, and there's the knight. Okay, so this has worked out for PKR. Queen where the king was. And not quite mate, but almost mate. Bishop at a3 I like. And he can take with pawn, I think. Oh wait, actually you have new rook in, it's just mate. Since you have the rook. Oh, maybe not quite mate, but mate in one. That mates as well. Our score is 3-0, favoring pkr and llouci. Hey Joanna tries. Joanna tries Rudin. Joanna tries clearly a huge PKR fan. Great to see you here, Joanna. Our current score is 3-0, favoring pkr and llouci. AnthonyChessBahrain getting adventurous, but pkr perfectly safe. Probably take this bishop here. Oh, he's just going to retreat, save pieces for later. Gonna let llouci chess a little bit. pkr's traded off the bishop. If you're going to trade off anything, I'm not sure why you trade the bishop, because this seems like it's getting to be a decent position for AnthonyChessBahrain. And just as I say that, this pawn is hung. All of a sudden, PKR is looking great. This queen trade benefits the PKR team. Don't let a rook mate you, though. Not that a rook is coming, but better to be safe all around. PKR is developing. Maybe bishop at f1. Don't like bishop here, but it could work out. Oh, and llouci has mate. Oh, maybe it's not mate because the bishop covers, so it's not smothered mate. Pawn check looks pretty good though. If king up, then knight h4 is mate, and no matter what happens, queen in at g7 is going to be strong. And that's mate for llouci. So our score is now 4-0. I'll remind the viewers that in the challenger section, it is the first to 8 games with a win by 2 condition. So we may be halfway through the match here. AnthonyChessBahrain may be looking to sack, but PKR has developed his king's bishop. The PKR should be perfectly safe if a sack happens. It's funny, this knight at g4, I like to call that the accelerated Godot, because there was... I mean, it's actually not quite that. I guess knight at g5 was accelerated Godot, because there was a guy on the free internet chess server who every single game he would move his knight out again, and sack his knight. Like no matter what happened, you could defend the knight square, like with knight here, he'd still sack his knight. So I like to joke that if instead of moving the knight and sacking, instead if you drop a knight and then sack, that's like the Godot opening, except it's one move faster. So I call that the accelerated Godot. Hey, Topologics here. Hope you're doing well. This is defended, but it's still good to get rid of this scary knight. And you could even play d4 to hit the bishop with some development. Okay, instead he's going to threaten promotion. That seems good as well. And a new knight in would be a good move, and he's found it. llouci, in a little bit of danger. Queen would mate him, but I don't see a queen forthcoming. It's a good defensive move to lop off the pawn. Looks like PKR has been able to... Oh, that's a free pawn. PKR has been able to promote. When knight takes, maybe he thought he'd promote to knight, but PKR wisely promotes to a queen. Queen is more useful. We could... Oh, it looks like a queen is forced from llouci. There's plenty of good spots for that queen. He's threatening to take this bishop, by the way, which... Oh, this is a threat now. I still like d4, by the way. Oh, he's sacking his queen. That's spicy. I mean, this can lead to mate with bishop check. Looks like llouci is mating as well. And picking up pieces. So he could always bail out with queen takes bishop and guard f2. He could also just push d4. You could drop a pawn check, hope for the best. llouci is mated, and they were up 30 seconds. So their time management is good as well. Our score is now 5-0, favoring PKR and llouci. So taking the bishop doesn't work because of pawn check, queen check, take bishop. And pkr knows this line. You can just play knight out. Okay, pkr has burned a piece there, but he's still doing perfectly fine. I guess he was hoping for a queen sack. The problem is llouci is getting attacked pretty hard, so this queen trade isn't necessarily a good thing. Maybe queen e2 to thread in some shenanigans with the bishop like moving away. If pkr could get a rook, like rook check at c8 would be good, then he could take whatever interposes, take the queen with tempo. That's what he wants, but he's up about 2 seconds. What he also wants is llouci to just get safe. So I think he's going to wait for llouci to plug those holes. After llouci plugs the holes, maybe he will take the queen, take the rook, and tell his partner to hold the rook. Okay, he's just choosing to retreat. This pawn is loose. That we take. You could take with pawn here, and then just slide the rook over if a pawn comes in, or you could take with knight. Even a case for taking with the queen, if he thought the queen trade was good for his partner. And in the queen. Big queen takes, something like that. Oh, he's just straight up giving up the knight. I like taking this pawn. You can't take back, it just puts more pressure on d3. Looks like pkr has done the queen trade. So a queen, ooh, hold on. Llouci has to know to sit. Hopefully llouci knows to stall. Looks at his partner's board, sees that a queen mates him in 1. No longer mated in 1. Now a knight is a little annoying, but not necessarily mate. Llouci can go though. Go king over, take the knight. Partner should be perfectly fine by this point. Bishop check would be good here for pkr, just to cover all the weak squares. So maybe llouci is waiting for that bishop check. And there it is. Ooh, okay. So rook in here might have been a little more precise. Now there's a smothered mate for Vincent if llouci isn't careful. Either needs to defend or attack. He's choosing to defend. No longer a smothered mate because if rook here, knight can't take or the queen can take back on f7. Maybe you take this knight. Knight can't take back. Or, oh no, actually knight can't take back. This knight defends here. I still like taking the knight though. All these squares are covered. Definitely don't move these bishops. I guess they're just going for a flag at this point. Okay, this is another good idea, attacking the dark squares. Llouci was perfectly safe in attacking, pkr perfectly safe in attacking, and they were up time. That's what you want when you're playing Buckhouse. Topological year, none of the November games have been scheduled. I mean, this is the last week of the group stage. So after this week is over, basically at the end of today, we should start seeing scheduling for the for what do you call it, the single elimination bracket stage. The bracket can't be created until after the group stage is over, though. That's what we're waiting for. pkr probably wants the bishop. Defend this weak square. Okay, he's gonna make this into a trade. AnthonyChessBahrain got the better end of that trade, but at least pkr is safe. This is a interesting move. So if pawn takes, knight in is threatened. Could just bring the knight out. Pawn takes, castle, something like that. Okay, he's just taken. His idea is we can check here, take the pawn, and be safe forever. llouci is getting attacked. His opponent does have a lot of material in hand. Maybe queen in the back, queen takes pawn, something like that. You could put a queen on e6. llouci's going to need to either attack or defend. And pkr is getting a little bit attacked as well. Maybe, yeah, I like that bishop move to put more pieces guarding the square. Maybe knight in. But llouci needs to find a move. I guess he could castle. Okay, so if I'm Vincent, I just take this pawn. Okay, that is okay as well. It does sack a piece, but it threatens really good attack. Okay, so that's one for AnthonyChessBahrain and Vincent2016. Good to see this wasn't a total blowout. So they're on the board. Our score is now 6-1, favoring pkr and llouci. pkr immediately offers a queen trade. I don't think that early queen trade really favors llouci. I think llouci would prefer to play slower chess a little more. So strategically, I don't think that's a good idea for pkr. And indeed, Vincent is already attacking llouci. So we could take this, or whoa, if he doesn't take back, that's especially good. I think we go back to f3. I don't really like that move. llouci is in a world of hurt here. You could even sack the queen and then drop another pawn, immediately get the queen back. Okay, he's just trading queens, maybe pawn down here. I don't think that was the place to put the pawn. Okay, pkr's on the attack now. Probably has mate. Definitely has mate. Queen check. Actually, maybe he could go this way. He could just drop a pawn on g5 to prevent him from going anywhere. I mean, there's honestly a lot of options for pkr. Bishop in looks good. Defend some more squares. Prevents the king from running. This is a mate threat. So, oh, he has a knight in hand. That makes things easier. I think we just take this pawn. Also take this pawn. He's going to choose to get another knight involved. That can be useful as well. Maybe we check and then throw a queen in. Oh, he's going to throw another knight in. Knight back is good. Okay, so he's given a bit of material. He had 2 queens to drop. That makes it much easier. So our score is now 7-1, favoring PKR and llouci. Oh, thanks, Joanna Tries. Yeah, I remember the original Nintendo, because I am that old. So, by definition, I am an OG gamer. I think it'll be perfect timing if llouci and PKR manage to win this game. Then this is match point. They would win the match, and we could go immediately to the PKNM match. Sharp corners hurt. Yeah, the subsequent controllers had rounded corners. I haven't console gamed in years, but my favorite console gaming system is still the Nintendo 64. Oh, Vincent is attacking. He could have taken that. See, now he's just hung a knight. I think he should have taken it and had his partner sit. Now his partner's given it queen, which is going to make things very uncomfortable. We could see like knight takes pawn, attack the queen, for example. Knight takes pawn is still fine. He's taking this pawn instead. This knight is llouci's friend. He should not take that knight ever. Okay, just a few pawns, mates. PKR has mate. Why isn't he playing mate? Knight check, knight check. Okay, he sees it. And that is match. We're going to say GG's in the chat. Final score is 8-1. Favoring llouci and PKR 5025. Alright, now we're gonna unfollow and we're gonna follow PKNM. Let's go ahead and update the stream title. Okay, topologic 0 says Vincent had mate with knight check and then queen at g2. That's true, and Vincent was up time. AnthonyChessBahrain should have stalled before taking this knight. I think PKR had this mate for a while though. So PKR should have played this mate sooner. Yeah, this game definitely could have gone the other way, but the momentum was clearly with llouci and PKR. It just would have been a matter of time until they win the match. Joanna Tries favors